So again, I think neutral assists are the best and defensive assists are the best. UI
Right.
after Sunday, so like we had a pretty long talk on stream on Sunday about these assists, and I sat
Right.
on it for a couple of days, and I think it's pretty fair. So it's what I said before, like Roshi B and UIA, they both have like pretty clear counterplay, but compared to the other defensive assists, they do like extra shit. So I think it's fair. I actually had them at the top of S minus, but I think it's fair to put them as S tier because they do extra shit besides that the other defensive assists can't do. So those are my top tier, like straight up. And then
Right.
the defensive assists. The only downside about well, not it's not so much a downside anymore, but the characters are a little bit more uncommon. That's like the main thing. So, but these assists are all
Right.
crazy. And then after that, I had the blocks on assists that do extra shit. So like your Jirens, your Kid Boos, Base Goku A, Gotenks B, Yamcha A, super fucking fast. You have the tracking block stun assist there. You have Bardock B there, stuff like that. Then I have the C beams, and I actually rate them pretty highly. I think.
I think you should rate the C beams higher than the A beams. To be personally, but go ahead.
I don't. So I do think the cooldown is a pretty big factor. Like I think it's probably the main thing that keeps them not S, but I think they are incredibly strong though.
Right.
Like I think the cooldown is the main factor, especially like so like arguably mid game or something. Like when you win the point war, these are stronger mid game, but I think like early game, in the point war, like your A and B beams probably are better, because you're not gonna have that. Like one of the main things about the C assist is the mitigating the cooldowns, right? With like DHCs and stuff, you're not gonna get that early game, like straight up. So that's something that comes in the middle of the game for sure, or like after you kill a character. Like if you get a C beam hit that like leads into a kill, that's one thing. Then who gives a fuck about cooldown? Or if you get a C beam hit into like
I,
DHC into
I
characters
think
level three. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, my bad.
So you're making the so I
Yeah, if
apologize.
you do like C beam hit into like DHC into level three or something, then the cooldown is less, right? But if we're saying like one of the most important things in Dragon Ball to win the game is you got to win the sparking. Like you got to win the point war, which means you have to win the sparking. Like I think the A and B beams contribute more towards that than the C beams,
Right.
personally.
But let me preface everything I said with I don't believe that C beams. I'm in the middle. I'm
Mm-hmm.
devil's advocate. I don't think that they should be. I don't think that A should be. I think there's a really good argument for both, and I think we've seen success
Mm-hmm.
from both. And I think that's the most important thing because a lot of people just believe that C just isn't viable at
No,
all.
no, no, no.
When we've seen C really, really, really put in a lot of work, especially in those minus, those situations where you'll 2-8 someone and call your assist, and that person will, in a lot of instances, they'll press a button
Mm-hmm.
or whenever as range zero assist call happens that you can't combo off.
Mm-hmm.
If you call a C assist and they get hit, then
Yeah, even if
they're
it
getting
clipped.
really hit. Yeah, yeah. So I don't I don't think I just don't think they're not viable, and I think there should be an argument for them to be close to the A beams. But I see what you mean.
Yeah, no, and this is like pretty like these. I would say the first group that is like not quote unquote close to the S tier straight up is the next one under the defensive assists that aren't as good as the ones at the top. So like this
Okay,
adult Gohan, like I mentioned, he's only head invul. He's really fast still, but he's only head invul. Nappa B is only beats physical hits. And then there's like Android 16, who's like Piccolo A, but not as good. And then there's the Blast Assist, which they're really trying to not be good like ever. Which is fair. Like that shit would be like, imagine if Trunks Change the Future was like 30 frame block stun, for example, or if like, or remember when you played Frieza when he was 30 frame block stun or whatever the fuck it was.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
they
see,
and they were like,
I'm gonna
nah.
be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you,
Mm,
man. people people let Android 16 run around with that broken assist season one, and nobody. I am I am not a logical person when it comes to some balanced things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like when you get shot. Like if someone shoots you, they shoot your whole house up, and then the next day someone's like, "We're banning all the guns, but all the awards these guys won with these guns, they were better than you." And I'm like, "What do you mean? Like you're acknowledging that they have fucking super guns, but they still get to keep their. It's like someone's on PEDs and they don't get an asterisk by their name. So no, I want everyone. I want this shit to be Dante's Inferno, bro. Like I don't. I'm I am a I'm I shouldn't be the person. Don't ask me questions like that. I'm gonna say they should make. I think they should make change the future fucking 30 frames. Like, and then we'll see. Give it to everybody, and then we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, well, that group has a bunch of.
Why wouldn't that be fine with you? Why wouldn't that be fine with you?
No, I mean it would. I would love it. It would just definitely be like a super top tier, really stupid assist. Like that's all.
You see,
if it was like that.
But like, don't
I'm
you
cool
think?
with it.
I think a bigger issue, and not saying. And by the way, again, your tier list is really well made, and I think it's great. But I think a bigger issue with this is that unlike Marvel 3, this game, and this is why Broly as a character saw such of a rise. Unlike Marvel 3, where you have 4-second cooldowns and you have about 5 or 6 characters with really strong assists. I'll say maybe 8.
Mm-hmm.
Like 8 characters with really strong assists. In this game, you have like Roshi, which is strong, but like it's not. We're not saying you need to nerf Roshi immediately. Like it's not even that strong to where it's like I can't see a way out, or I need to play something.
I mean, you should have been here on Sunday. You should have been here on Sunday. There are people telling me and I'm the person who's used that assist the most, the Roshi B. I've used it more than anyone, literally more than anyone, quite literally more than anyone. And they're like, dude, this shit's broken. They're like, that shit's fucking broken. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, bro, I literally played him the most. I played him the most. Like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, because you know that assist has flaws, right? That assist has a couple flaws.
Yeah, it has a couple flaws.
It has a couple flaws.
And honestly, even if it didn't have the flaws that we know that it has, it still wouldn't be. It's not hitting missiles. Like,
yeah, you know
there
what I mean?
is much worse. So I'm like thinking about it, and I'm like, maybe like compared to 21's assist, okay, like her A assist, people will say, oh, it's so broken. No, it's not
broken. It just does.
It's a good assist, but it's like even when you compare it to the beams, like it's not that good. Like I think it should be. I think the assist should see a buff and less cooldowns in this game, and I think we might see a different game completely because
it would be a different game.
I really think we need more top tier assists. It's able to like you be able to define shells more. Like right now we have like 5 definitive assists. What would be your 5? Do you think there are 5 definitive? What do you think in regards to that in the game? And do you think that there are assists that are a tier above all?
Well, I did say it though, right? I think the best assists are neutral and defense assists. There are definitely groups of assists. There are definitely groups of assists. It would be there's like neutral control, defense, anti-airs, blast assists, lariats, tackles.
But like something like a lariat in another game would literally be a bottom tier assist.
Yeah,
you know,
it's only good because quote unquote good because of Dragon Ball. Like this is not
because of Super Dash, I would even say.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, and I know you're having a really concise discussion that this is kind of breaking apart. Do you feel like assists should be buffed in Dragon Ball? Do you Do you understand why I say I think the cooldown should be less?
Yeah, I actually think it would speed up the game if the assist cooldown was less. It's like fine the way it is. Like I kind of know why it is the way it is, but if they wanted the game to go faster,
Because
that's
of the
definitely
power.
yeah.
Yeah,
If they wanted the game to go
yeah.
faster, that would definitely be a good way to do it. Like definitely be a good
Well,
way to do it.
that's I think that characters that dominate neutral, i.e., Z Broly, this is why I don't put in tier lists. I'm not able to put Gotenks. People are like, he's just definitively the best. And I'm like, I understand what you mean, but without assists, this character is
Yeah,
better than Gotenks.
that's what I
Like,
tried to explain to people too. So I don't know if you saw the list I made, the character list,
I
but
saw the list. I didn't see the video, but I saw the list.
yeah, the characters are not ordered in the top five because like it's
Right.
like things like you said, like Gotenks is a ridiculous character, but he's really fucking greedy. Like to get the most out of him, to get him to be like super top tier, he needs assists and he needs to be built a certain way. Where like
Bro, he
Broly, like you
100%.
said, that he could play the game alone. He's fine. Like he's got the best key blast. He's got all this armor shit. He can open you up on his own. Gotenks can condition you, but we know no one's trying to win with conditioning like that. You know what I mean? You're trying to mix with people if
Broly
you play him.
is really Broly literally has a barrier that ignores assists and projectiles, and he has some of the biggest normals in the game,
Hmm.
and a 17 frame command grab.
Hmm. That can kill you.
Like, so this is why in discussion, yeah, you're dead.
You're
Like if you
dead.
get hit, so it's like you can't. I think people homologize it too much in thinking I'm seeing this win. Yes, you are seeing this win, but you're seeing this win with help.
Like
That's
the
why
Gotenks
like
thing straight up happened just after Kaz won. Not like watching Gotenks people like succeed. It's just Kaz won this. He's broken. I think he's
yeah,
top tier? Definitely. Like I mean I wouldn't play him if I didn't think he was fucking top tier. But like the way that people make their snap judgments about what is good and what's not good is like, bruh, right?
yeah. I think you make really good points in terms of that, and it's always funny when people defend their characters. I don't defend my characters anymore because I think it's really. But it's funny when people defend their characters because usually they'll just say off the wall, just not true shit.
Hmm.
But in your like the Piccolo players do, but in your case with Gotenks, I understand and playing. I guess you have to play other top tiers to. You got to play every character before
Hmm.
you can really make a concise, logical point. And I
Yeah.
think the points you make about Gotenks are pretty concise and logical. So
Hmm. Let me keep going with this too, cause where do we leave off? It was like that weird in between group of characters that don't.
yes,
Okay, yeah. So then
yes,
I have the fit. There's like it's a combination of like track C assist that track anti air. Uh,
yes,
so like
that's huge.
that's really big. Yeah, and these are the characters that have like better quote unquote tracking or 50 frame blocks on assists that do something else that are also C. So like the 17C is 50 frame blocks done, but it's that Excel rush I think it's called. So
Yes,
you can't use jump ins on it, right?
right.
Or 21's it's like her 2H, so she just fucking jumps in the sky. I remember you told me she had perfect attack as a button when you switched to her from Cell the one time. Like you have it's a one
Yeah,
button perfect attack. It's mad easy. Just run up and do it. So it's like that. Great.
yeah. This is like a
Yeah, so her fucking 50 frame also catches people who are jumping. So I have them in a group together, and then I
yeah,
have dive kicks, so like the Kid Boo 21B, Beerus B, and then like a combination of lariat assists that do extra shit. So Blue Goku B beats Ki Blast, for example. Jiren B beats projectiles totally, and certain other styles of assists that I think, like say like compare like base Vegeta A and GT Goku A, right? Technically they do the same thing, but base Vegeta A has less blocks done, so if you block it at a certain point in the air, you can like move. But GT
I
Goku,
think
you're on the ground. Like that shit just brings you to the ground, like guaranteed, pretty much.
Do you have Super Broly being your S? Yes, you do.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. The only thing I'm doing. Oh no, yeah, yeah. Okay.
What?
Why do you have Zamasu A and S?
It's
It is
a
not
beam.
matched.
It's a
It does not.
beam. It's a beam that catches jump hike. You got to give
It's
it.
21
It's
frames.
it's one of the only things that's good about him. I know. I literally I what
I will
there's a
cut
video I
on video.
made.
I
There's a
will
video
cut
I
on
made
a video.
yesterday with you
Zamasu.
specifically saying Zamasu sucks when I mentioned Zamasu. I don't even remember why I mentioned him. I just had to say his name for some reason. I was like, I have to put a
Okay.
clip of Kami
No,
saying he's trash. I had to
no,
put
you have
I had to do it.
literal fucking.
But that he has like three good things. Come on. Everything else sucks. We get it. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. We
No,
got it.
no, no, no. I'm not memeing right now. It's
I
a
know.
21 frame assist. Like you can't. How can you put it? It I think it should be where base Vegeta is. Personally, this is your list, but my reasoning is number one, everyone who says that assist is good literally either calls the assist full screen, people jump out of it, just like a normal beam, or they do super dash to Masu. And it's like, these are things that you can do with normal beams. But the only thing I will say about it is that its confirmability is pretty good. It's better than normal beams. But the block stun on it is I just don't understand how people can say like, do you think,
Well,
are you putting it in the same category? Someone like Z Broly, do you believe Z Broly? Because I see you have Z Broly as S, his A is S2, but his does extra things. You know, Z Broly's, it eliminates key blast from the time that it's on the screen.
mm,
You know, Zamasu's doesn't do that. He's trash. I'm sorry.
it hits characters
I
at jump height at the same time. You have to specifically super jump it. I know he sucks. It's okay. Just pretend he's not there. He's not in the game.
it's not.
It's a formality. It's a formality. It's a formality.
No. The way you're doing your list, it's very logical. I'm here to play devil's advocate. I'm not here for you to change your list. I just think that it's everyone who says that assist is good, don't play it. Like it's not a bad assist though.
Okay.
I do think it's a good assist. But when I see it categorized in that group with Z Broly as well as even 18's Destructo disc, like 26 frames, and his shit is 20. I think it's 22, not 21. I'm like, I feel like it should, and then I see base Vegeta and S minus. I feel like it should be closer to where base Vegeta's is because we're talking about assists that catch jump height but have low block stun. That's my reasoning. It's very
The
similar.
difference I would give between Zamasu and base Vegeta in that case is like base Vegeta. If you stand, let's say you're talking about full screen, right? So if you call base Vegeta
Right.
full screen, that shit is just not gonna touch the guy who's standing on the ground. But Zamasu is gonna
Right.
catch him. But then if they jump, both are gonna catch. So then on top of that, so like then they're the same, but base Vegeta, it's much easier to double jump and escape from it than like things like
Okay.
Zamasu and I mean GT is like definitely you're grounded for sure. Definitely grounded for sure.
Of course.
Base
Of course.
Vegeta, you could probably so like when I was at the Sonic apartment, like Sonic was like, you're like, wow, you're really jumping out of that consistently. I'm like, homie, like I played this character too. At the height you're trying to like catch me. I mean, we're Guilty Gear players. We're trying to IB jump everything in the air. You know, we're used to playing against Venom and shit. So it's like you gotta IB the ball in the air and then move again. It's really easy to do against Base Vegeta. Still a really good assist, Base Vegeta, but it's really easy to do.
Good. Right.
Yeah.
No. Right.
But yeah.
You make good points. Like I said, it's not about disputation or dissonance. I
Yeah.
just think
No, that's
bringing up
fair.
points and talking. But I think you make a lot of great points, bro.
And then A plus stuff. So we have the lariats that don't do shit. I said that weird. We have the lariats that are just lariats, basically. And then
Right.
we have the normal 50 frame block stun assist plus like you get into kind of niche assists like Krillin C and stuff like that. And then under that are assists that like you generally that are like good in concept, but you have to kind of build teams around them. So like the base Goku B or like Android 17 B's Power Blitz, so it gives him Power Blitz, and I think it does like some other shit. But usually, I mean,
Right.
he has the A assist, so why would you not pick the A assist or even the C assist, which beats jump ins
Right.
and it has mad blocks done. The base Goku B, which is like basically the I'm way better than you at the game plus I'm gonna do combo movie combos to you. Someone made a pretty good argument about that assist being good, but neutral and defense is so important in the game to me that like an assist like that, even though conceptually it's really good, I don't think it's a really flexible assist to use.
Right. Right.
And then the niche assist, honestly, they're just bad. They're just bad at this point. Like the GT Goku C, it's like why? I think I put Piccolo B in the wrong place. That should be with Janemba B. I think I flipped up. But then yeah, for the most part, or it's like either it doesn't work very well. Like Nappa C tracking is fucking garbage. Ginyu B is like for combo movies. Frieza B is like why? Broly B good in theory, but like the
Good
angle
in theory.
good the angle is kind of is mediocre and he's huge. It's like the only time being huge is bad for him is that fucking assist. So
Right. Right.
and 16 as we discussed, the mighty have fallen. That's it. They punished him. I get it. I get it. I get it. They punished him. But
I
yeah,
mean, he
that's
shouldn't
pretty
be
much the logic.
first. I think it's honestly, for all intents and purposes, here's the thing about your tier list. People aren't going to be able to flat out and discredit it, right? Because you brought very great points, I feel like, to most things. I don't think there's a lot of bias here either. I'm trying to look and see if there's anything I dislike